Absolutely confirmed. Tottenham ready for PSG. The 11 we're about to reveal proves Thomas Frank is ready to fight back under pressure. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham cannot afford to spend another minute dwelling on the humiliation of the North London derby. As painful as that result was, the schedule offers no mercy. The reigning Champions League winners, Paris Saint-Germain, await under the bright lights of the Parc des Princes, and the pressure on Thomas Frank has reached its highest point since his arrival in North London. A response is not optional, it is absolutely essential. Spurs need a victory not only to steady their European campaign, but to restore belief after a week that shook the confidence of the squad and the fan base alike. And while the challenge is enormous, it also presents an opportunity. A chance to strike back against one of Europe's superpowers and regain momentum before the situation becomes irreversible. Let's take a look at how Tottenham could line up against PSG. In goal, Guglielmo Vicario. The Italian endured a difficult afternoon against Arsenal, conceding 4 in a match that quickly descended into chaos. Still, he remains Tottenham's most reliable presence in goal, and he will be desperate to produce a stronger performance in Paris. Vicario has often been Spurs' saviour this season, and his shot-stopping will be crucial against a PSG side who rarely waste opportunities. At right-back, Pedro Porro should reclaim his place after sitting out the derby in favour of Jed Spence. Frank is expected to restore Porro's energy and attacking thrust on the right flank, qualities that will be vital as Tottenham look for a more proactive and aggressive approach. His delivery and overlapping runs could be one of the keys to unsettling PSG's defensive structure. At centre-back, Christian Romero will start despite a poor showing against Arsenal. The Argentine struggled like many others on the day, but his leadership, aggression and experience in high-pressure European nights make him undroppable here. And with a suspension awaiting him in the league, this is his chance to channel frustration into a commanding response. Alongside him, Mickey van de Ven is expected to return as Romero's partner in a back four. Frank is likely to abandon the back three used in the derby, seeking more balance and defensive security. Van de Ven's pace and recovery ability will be crucial against PSG's explosive front line. On the left, Destiny Udogie is tipped to keep his place. The Italian actually handled his defensive duties well last time out, limiting Arsenal's biggest threats for large portions of the game. His ability to push forward and support the attack could also be vital in a match where Spurs will need every bit of width and bravery they can muster. In midfield, João Palhinha retains his spot as the anchor. He was one of the few who showed genuine fight in the second half of the derby, and his physicality, tackling and positional discipline will be desperately needed in Paris. If Tottenham are to control any part of the midfield battle, Palhinha will be at the heart of it. Alongside him, Pape Sarr could come in for Rodrigo Bentancur, who endured a difficult afternoon against Arsenal. Frank needs more mobility, intensity and forward thrust in midfield qualities Sarr consistently provides. His energy may be decisive in helping Spurs compete in transitions. Xavi Simons, returning to the number 10 role, should feature again after being left out in favour of a 3-4-3 formation in the derby. Facing his former club adds extra narrative, but Tottenham need him for more than that. Simons has recently produced 2 of his best performances for the club, and Spurs desperately need his creativity and fearlessness in the final third. On the right wing, Mohamed Kudus remains one of the few bright sparks in the current squad. Even when the team struggles, he offers flair, unpredictability and work rate. He should retain his place on the right, where he poses a constant threat. On the left, Wilson Odobert is expected to continue despite being quiet against Arsenal. The young winger has shown enormous promise this season, and he will be eager to make a statement in Paris with more service and space to operate. Leading the line, Randall Kolo Muani is likely to lead the line with protective gear after returning for a brief cameo last time out. This match in Paris against PSG is a stage built for him. Frank will hope that familiarity with the opposition and motivation from the occasion spark his best performance yet. This trip to Paris comes at a defining moment for Tottenham. The defeat to Arsenal has caused real turbulence at Hotspur Way, with fans, pundits and insiders all questioning Thomas Frank's selections, tactical decisions and management of key players. Leaving Xavi Simons on the bench in the biggest match of the season so far has been heavily criticised, while the team's lack of intensity and lapses in focus have become recurring issues. Several insiders now claim Frank has 1 month to show clear evolution or his job will be in serious jeopardy. And yet, despite the noise, this match is an opportunity. PSG are formidable, but Tottenham have shown they can rise on European nights before. A win here would not only restore confidence, it could change the entire trajectory of the season. What Spurs need now is courage, conviction, and a complete performance. Paris will demand everything from them, but it might just be the perfect arena for Tottenham's revival. Tottenham have now been thrust into one of the most explosive transfer battles of the January window, as reports from Spain claim they are challenging Atletico Madrid for the signing of Marseille forward Mason Greenwood, a deal expected to cost around £70 million, and one that could dramatically impact Manchester United's finances. Greenwood's revival in League One has stunned many across Europe. After departing Old Trafford under extraordinarily difficult circumstances, the 24-year-old has rebuilt his career in France with a level of composure, finishing quality and confidence that few believed he would rediscover so quickly. Last season, he hit 22 goals in 36 matches for Marseille, and he has already added 11 goals in 16 games this campaign, putting him among the most efficient attackers in the division. Scouts from England, Spain and Italy have been tracking him for months, and the growing consensus is simple. Greenwood is once again a top-level forward, ready for a major return to the spotlight. Tottenham's interest, however, has ignited the biggest shock. According to Fichajes, the North London club are not just monitoring the situation, they are preparing for the possibility of launching a formal move. With Spurs desperately seeking more firepower and creativity in the final third, Greenwood is seen as a player capable of transforming their attacking threat overnight. His ability to cut inside, strike cleanly off either foot, and operate across the front line fits precisely with what Tottenham have been lacking this season. But the complications are obvious, and the decision would not be straightforward. Greenwood's controversial exit from Manchester United makes any return to English football an extremely delicate matter. Premier League clubs are fully aware that signing him would provoke significant backlash, media storms and scrutiny unlike anything seen in recent transfer windows. Executives within Tottenham know that this deal would divide the fan base and attract enormous pressure from outside the club. Because of that, many insiders believe Atletico Madrid could be the more realistic option. The Spanish side have been long-term admirers, with Diego Simeone said to be convinced he can elevate Greenwood even further. A move abroad would avoid the backlash of a Premier League return, making the Spanish capital a potential safe landing spot should the bidding take off. But regardless of where Greenwood ends up, one thing is certain: Manchester United will be watching every detail with maximum interest. The Guardian previously reported that United inserted a sell-on clause, possibly reaching up to 50%, meaning any major sale could immediately inject tens of millions into Ruben Amorim's transfer budget. For a club looking to rebuild several key areas of the squad, Greenwood's price tag could become one of the most significant financial boosts of their entire season. United fans are already following every rumour, every report, every whisper. With Greenwood's form showing no signs of slowing, the expectation is that offers will start arriving, and fast. If the valuation climbs beyond £70 million, as some predict, the effect on United's future recruitment could be enormous. One thing is clear: this saga is only just beginning, and the next move could shake multiple clubs at once. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Spurs, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!